Hello, everybody.
Hello, teacher.
Now, as you know, last time we were talking about how we can help the earth. We're going to continue on this. Okay, so we need to be on page 86. Okay, so please turn to page 86. What we have here is we have some boxes where we have to place points. The points can be found at the Idea Bank at the bottom, all right? Now, the way that this is organized is that we have two categories. One is how to make the earth healthy. So you know the word healthy, correct? What is it in Korean?
건강한.
Okay, good. You know your vocabulary. That's very good. And the other one, the other category is how to make the earth sick. What is sick?
아픈, 병든 걸 이야기해요.
Okay, good. So you understand that some of these things are positive, some are not positive for the earth. What can be a good example here of something that makes the earth healthy?
I can recycle.
Yes, okay, recycling. What kinds of things can we recycle?
My old textbooks.
Yes, so paper is one of them. What else can we recycle?
Glasses.
Yes, glass. And there's another one. Think really hard about this one.
Cans.
That is absolutely correct. In fact, there's more.
Plastics.
Yes, good, good. So we've covered all of those. What else can we do to make the earth healthy?
Turning off the computer after using it.
Yes, so we have to save electricity, and that helps the earth, okay, using less energy. Even when driving, when your parents drive their car, the fuel consumption, the amount of fuel that is used, that creates greenhouse gases, so Andhjulgase, right? And that's not good for the earth. What is another thing that can make the earth healthy?
I can plant trees.
Yes, planting trees would be amazing because right now there is a problem of deforestation. So this is when big companies cut down trees in order to make things out of wood, for example, paper or furniture. So planting more trees can only benefit the environment. We breathe in the oxygen that they produce. All right, now the bad things, how to make the earth sick. What are some things that people do, or maybe that you do sometimes but do without thinking? What are some of these things that make the earth sick?
Well, I can use lots of water.
Yes, so some people, they leave the tap on for far too long, or they take long showers for an unnecessary amount of time. So using less water could help benefit the environment. Is there anything else? We have 2 more points. What is bad for the earth? What makes the earth sick?
I can throw trash on the ground.
Don't do that. That is called littering. When you throw trash on the ground, you think it's fine, but it accumulates. That means there's more and more trash which is thrown by different people, and that creates pollution. Do you know what pollution is? It was in your vocabulary.
오염.
Okay, very good. Now, what is another thing that makes the earth sick?
I can cut down trees.
Don't do that.
Okay.
I know that none of you are cutting down trees, but many big companies are, as I mentioned before, to create various things made out of wood. We need those trees. So instead of cutting down trees, we have to plant them. Very important. Okay, so now let's go on to the next page. Here we are connecting ideas. So as you can see in the instructions, you have to match things that you can and cannot recycle. They're all mixed. Either you can recycle this or you cannot recycle this. So let's think about this for a second. What can we recycle? And we've talked about this before. What is one thing that we can recycle?
We can recycle plastic.
Yes, very good. Plastic. And let's continue with more things that we can recycle. What is another thing that we can recycle?
We can recycle glass.
Glass, good. And there's one more.
I can recycle paper.
Very good. Now, are you sure you know all of these words in Korean? What is plastic in Korean?
플라스틱이에요.
Okay, so very similar. And glass?
유리라고 해요.
Very good. And paper?
종이에요.
Very good. Now, what have we left? What is left? What can we not recycle?
Lotion.
Lotion, exactly. We're using the lotion, we're putting it on our bodies. It's made of chemicals, so it cannot be recycled. What is another thing, and this is a thing that you probably use a lot.
I cannot recycle cell phones.
Yes, so your cell phone, it's composed of many different types of metal and also glass and other things as well that you cannot really recycle. They have to be disassembled and properly used again. And one more thing that we cannot recycle.
Batteries.
Yes, okay, so a lot of batteries contain acid and other kinds of chemicals that cannot be recycled. That has to go to a special center where it can be disposed of properly. Some batteries are very toxic for human health. Okay, so we're done with this part. Now let's go on to the last part. Okay, so in this part we have to think very clearly. When the earth is healthy, what is there? How can we tell when the earth is healthy? And also, when the earth is hurting, how can we tell that the earth is hurting? Again, you have the idea bank at the bottom. And let's begin. So, when the earth is healthy, what are there many of?
There are many plants.
Yes, there are many plants because they have not been damaged by, for example, trees, deforestation, and the building of structures over that land. Okay, and what is another thing that shows when the earth is healthy?
The land is clean.
Good. So the land is clean, it is free from pollution, there's no trash on the ground, there's no toxic chemicals that are spilled, so things can grow, and we can have those many plants that we had in the first point. Very good. Now, when the earth is hurting, how can we tell?
There are no trees and forests.
Yes, good. So we spoke about deforestation before. If there are no trees and forests, that is really bad because those trees are part of the ecosystem and they are home to many animals. And of course, trees are alive themselves and they help us and they produce oxygen. So we need trees. But also when there are no trees and forests and they are, and there has been an example of deforestation, what is left on the ground?
Nothing?
No, well actually, usually there are tree stumps left on the ground. So they can no longer grow anymore. They're just stumps. Okay, so that's maybe some new vocabulary for you. And when the earth is hurting, the opposite of clean, what is it?
Dirty.
Dirty, yes, the land is dirty. And how do we say dirty in Korean?
더러운.
Yes, very good. Okay. So, we have now finished, and I thank you for your participation very much. I hope that you stay healthy during this break time and crisis. There is one more thing. There is some homework, so you have to do page 89, 90, and 91, as well as your Lancon Power homework. Everything will be given as a message, so don't worry. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.